I was doing technical difficulties, the glue just decided to not hold on my nail and it popped off because I had to move something. There we go. So for my nail enthusiast friends and girlies out there, there's this product. It's called Infalab. So say you're doing you're using your drill and you ended up cutting yourself bad or not that bad, just little nick, you use this and it makes it go away like that. It stops bleeding. So that's a good trick or good tip. You can get on Amazon. I think I paid maybe $7 for 3 of them. Oh, I put that one on crooked. I always put my pointer on crooked. How? Don't worry about this finger. It's a little beat up. I hit it with a hammer. I'm pretty sure that's what I did when I was ripping carpet out of the house, putting the regular floor. It's a hardwood floor, so a carpet had to go. And I think I hit it with a hammer probably. But it's healed now. It's grown back. Still a little bit beat up, but it's better. Ah, it's still crooked. Oh well. Moving on. Also, for my nail girlies, if you don't know about these, it's a safety bit. When you're just starting out, this thing right here is like your best friend. You're not going to cut yourself. You're not going to nick yourself. It's safe. I fell in love with it. They have them in all different grits, like fine, coarse, medium. I think I have it in like every grit. I even have it in extra coarse because that one you really need the safety bit because that thing will shred your fingers like no tomorrow. Okay, so my thumb, I have to put it further back down because I have that little, I guess you would call it a hill. I don't know what it's called, but like my nail comes down. It doesn't start to like way down here, but over here, it's way up here. So I don't know. It's been like that since I was a kid, I guess, forever, as long as I can remember. Another tip is when you're using your dehydrator, wipe the brush off before you stick it back in the bottle. Because if you don't, you will end up with floaties in that, and that's not very sanitary. It's not very clean. I have a bottle that's I oops and forgot, so it has nail dust in it. It's just for me now. You don't use it on nobody else. That one's just mine. All right, so my nails are all glued on. I'm gonna add a little bit extra glue, like on the edges that didn't want to. I didn't get to them quick enough before it dried. It happens sometimes. But I also have some awesome news. Your girl is a licensed nail tech now as of last Friday. It's been a long time coming, and I finally did it. Finally got it. I've been done with school since October and finally got my test and did it. Excuse me. I need to drink the juice. Okay. So I'm going to cut these down. I really don't know how long I want them. But I don't want them. My pinkies, I never do too long because it's crooked, as you can see. Crooked finger. Crooked finger, long nail equals mass destruction. As in, If my pinky fingers are super crooked, and they'll get stuck underneath my other fingers when they're super long. Thank you, babe. I do appreciate you. And because it's my right hand, I'm left-handed, so I can make these ones longer. Babe, if you think they're too long for Friday, let me know, and I'll cut them down before I get any further. A lot of people do the magnetic method. I don't. I just hold my fingers together like that. And then I will come up and I'll clip it. And if I need to leave more room so I can file it, I will. But see, that's even. I don't know if you can see it, but that's even. Same with this one. Sorry, I need to hold it to my face so I can see. So I don't cut it crooked like I always do. These are probably going to be shorter than what I wanted, but it's okay. I want to be able to do things. See, they look uneven, but when you hold them together, they're the same length. But my pinky and my thumb, I try to do shorter because you do everything with those fingers. So, like open soda cans, pick stickers or labels. Where'd that go? And they're a pain in the butt. I just lost my nail tape. It flew. Alrighty. So we're going to be using my acrylic cover that I made. I call it cover 13, which is, you'll see it. It's nude, but pink and tan, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to now buff my nails to get, because it has a little indent or gap or ledge, whatever you want to call it. It's from my nail to the artificial nail. Some of them are more than others, but just to be on the safe side, I'm using a 180 grit file, my old one. No point in getting a new one when it's just my own fingers. I just want to buff or file the artificial nail, the tip, to your natural nail. So it's like blended. That's the word I was looking for. You can use a drill bit for this, a sanding band. I had the file right here, so I just figured I'd do it because I like to get the corners and straighten them off because I didn't push them down. Do you know how hard it is to hold your own fingernails? It is hard. Try to get a stand. Something you can support your own finger on. Pinky nails are the hardest. Well, in my case. Only when filing I have that issue, and it's the dang pinky. I can file it straight, but when I go to buff the tip, nope. See, I'm literally just going along the edge of the nail tip. Not my nail bed or nail plate, just the nail tip. There we go. Dust it off. And the only reason why I went in with the dehydrator first, because it actually helps get all the oils and crap off to hold the nail tip with the glue. You don't have to, just preference. Cleaned it off. Alcohol wipe. You can use alcohol or you can use your dehydrator. I still have some product left over from removing my nails, but it's okay. Less trauma to my nail because I'm not filing down to my nail. There we go. Dehydrator. Remember, after you wipe on a clean spot of the towel would help. Or your lint pad or whatever. Clean it off with alcohol. Because I stuck it right into my dust. That lint. Don't want that. Came off my sweater. See, I just did it again. Didn't wipe it before I put it back in the bottle. That's why this bottle is mine. Mine only. Started it again. When you're like in the middle of doing something, you're really not paying attention to something new that you need to be doing. But if you forget, you're screwed. I got my Young Nails monitor. I put lint-free wipe in here. So if I use glitter or whatever, it's going to stick to that and not keep getting on my brush when I go to use clear. If you get what I'm saying? They've said to use like cotton balls. Nope. Cotton balls don't work. Literally, you just get the string from the cotton balls or the lint stuck in your monomer and on your brush and then in your acrylic. It's not fun. Okay. Got my Mia Secret Crystal Clear. All right, for my 3-step primer, I don't know how to say this. I'm probably going to butcher the name, but it's Casee, Cacee. I'm bad with name pronouncing and spelling, but I use a 3-step. I use the acid-free primer, which is this one. I put it on first. And then just make sure you, like you would with your monomer, you wipe the brush a little bit. Don't get so much on there. Because if you do, you'll flood your cuticles. And it just will not be nice. I did that when I started out. And guess who now has an allergy to a certain primer? Yes, I do. Not fun. Just try to stay off your skin. Just get your nails. You don't have to get the nail tip with this one. There we go. And that is my acid-free primer. Oops, I hit the camera. Then I use the same brand, but this one is a lift-free primer. Low odor nail primer. This one I put on second. It says clean nail bed before application. Apply 1 layer of lint-free primer over nail bed. Allow 1 to 2 minutes to dry. So same thing. Wipe the brush. Don't get too much. Don't overflow your cuticles. Yes, my favorite primer. It was an acid primer. I used that thing every week when I first started out, like 3 years ago, before I got like really, really into nails. I was just doing my own friends, family, just for fun, not really anything much. Couldn't shape for shit, so I pretty much used tips and um, polygel, and even though that wasn't out back then, but tips are easy to use when you don't know how to form because you pretty much stick to the lines and keep them short. But where is that? Oh crap! I'm gonna show you guys. If I can find it, where did it go? Where did it go? It's just there. It is. There we go. I am now allergic to that. This is, well, was my favorite nail primer. But if I use it, talk about owie burning in Cuticle City. Alright, so now that's dried for about a minute. The last primer, last step, same brand. It's called the Super Bond. This I use over the entire nail. Tip, nail bed, everything. Again, wipe off excess. Because this is an acid-based primer. And just want to etch the nails, because if you don't want to etch them, you don't want to buff them, you do this. If you want to buff them, you don't do this. I didn't buff them. Buffing them helps with the acrylic and everything stay and not be so slidey all over your nails. And see, I'm not flooding my cuticles at all because I'm wiping a lot of this back into the bottle. Not touching my nail. Skin, I mean. That white stuff is from the alcohol and getting under the nail tip and glue. It turns white. It's going to get covered anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let that dry. So if you don't like the smell of monomer, I have an air purifier, but also monomer doesn't mind me. I don't mind it. But you have to know how to use these. These are odor out eliminators, but they're not really eliminators, they're neutralizers. But when you use them, practice and test your beads first, because this shit will make your acrylic act funny with your monomer. Like, it will do funny things, and it's annoying if you don't know what's happening. I use these in the summertime, and oh good Lord Jesus, didn't know that your acrylic dried up super fast in the summertime. Then I put this along in with monomer, and before I get it on the nail, it's set as a bead, and I'm like, that's not gonna work. So it was a lot of trial and error, but they work for as you're using them. But also, closed trash can with a lid works perfect too. Alrighty, here we go. So I have my, I call it cover 13 because I didn't know what to call it. Really didn't. I'll show you the color. Let it sit on there for a minute. I don't know if you can see that. Starting to get clear, well, smooth. I'll put it right here. Okay. I like it. It's a pretty color. Not too pink, not too nude. It's pretty. Alright, I'm probably going to keep my mouth shut now because I get quiet when I work on the acrylic. So, I will pop in if I have anything new or you ask any questions. Oh yeah, another tip. Hold your finger down so you don't flood your cuticles. I'm barely putting any pressure. Another tip, when you wipe your brush, wipe it the opposite side that you're picking up the powder with. Don't wipe it the same side that you're picking up your powder. It will make your brush get super gooey and you won't pick up the correct bead. Got my paper towel. One more nice little tip, blue shot towels. Perfect for your acrylic. And to get your cuticles kind of almost perfect, you want to place the bead below your cuticle and then use your brush to just pat it or push it up. See right here, it wasn't paying attention and I got it on my skin. That's when this comes in handy. Get it away from her. There we go. Smooth out your sides so they kind of stay in shape. Pressing kind of hard because this shit dried on me really quick. Because I had to get it off my skin. My dog is going to spark any minute, so I apologize in advance. And there we go. Your color doesn't have to be super thick. Save your money. Do a thin layer of color or base, and then just do the clear on top of it because clear is so much cheaper. Okay, next. There's lint in my acrylic. If you pick up too much liquid, just dump it on the towel. And then you can place your bead. Again, get your cuticle bead below your cuticle. This one I placed a little too low, but it's okay. I'll just work it a little bit better into there. You don't flood your cuticle. You get it nice and butted up to your cuticle. Without touching your skin or flooding your cuticle. And because there's glitter in this nude cover, it's starting to stick. So I gotta clean it really well in the monomer before I pick another bead up. I also still fumble when I'm doing nails on camera. I mess up a little bit, but who doesn't? We are all still learning, right? There's a lot of things that we do that we're good at. Just once we're on camera, we mess up. Yeah, your cuticle bead, you don't want to work with it wet. You rather work with it a little drier, but you also don't want to work with it too dry and the bitch not move or cures up or sets up way too quickly. Like this one, I probably did a little too wet. I'm starting to run down my fingers. Mhm. I've had these soaking in alcohol just to help me clean up when I'm getting ready to use my marbling inks, but they also work if you get it too close to your skin or your cuticle, just to wipe it up real quick. Easy peasy. Sorry if I get out of frame. I have a habit of doing that, especially when I'm trying to see. So, like I said, these are my birthday nails because my birthday is Friday. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, friends, YouTubers, it's never too late to accomplish something that you want or that you love to do. I'm old. People say I'm not, but I am. I'm 36. And birthday's coming up. I'm that close to being 40. And I just last year graduated from high school. Got my high school diploma last year. Proud of myself for that one. And then last year, I finished nail school. Got my license this year. I mean, what else can I say? It's never too late to go for your dreams. Even if you were, excuse my language, a complete, total fuck up like I was when I was younger. But I fixed it. Got my shit together. There's lint in my nail. And now I'm doing something that I really love to do. I love nails. I love making your hands pretty. I love everything about it. I am a mom. I have two handsome, gorgeous teenagers, both boys, 13 and 15. They're my pain in my asses, but I love them. I wouldn't trade them for the world. For the most part, I have raised them pretty much alone for the last, oh shit. I divorced their dad in 2016, so, or 2017. So since then, well, why am I lying for? I raised them, I've been raising them since they were born by myself, even when their dad was around. But for the last 3 years, I've had help. Almost 3 years. I've had help. And my kids love him, especially my youngest. You know, he has a real bond with him and a connection, which I love seeing because he doesn't have that with his dad. You know, I love him. He is younger than me. Like I said, I'm old, y'all. But that's my life in a nutshell. And I'm still moving forward and moving up. Not letting shit stop me or get me down. At least trying not to. I do have anxiety, bad. Depression, so I know what you ladies and gentlemen are going through. No, you're not alone. Sometimes we feel like we're alone, but we're not. I'm just pinching them to see if they're hard enough. Took too long to get to my thumb, but the tip is still pliable, so I can pinch it. See? Pinchy, pinchy. Get that nice C curve going. This one's still kind of soft. I can pinch it all the way up. Same with this one. Pinch it, let it cure a minute. This one you don't want to pinch too hard or too long because it's still soft and it might be too soft and it will leave like indents. You don't want them. Get whatever product I have on my fingers, which I really don't, off before it sits too long. You don't want that on your fingers. It's not good for your skin. I know we're all creatures of habit and we learn by our own mistakes. Just take warning of that. It will cause an allergic reaction. Not now. Maybe not in 5 years or 10 years. Maybe in 2 days. Or never. But you don't want to take that chance, do you? So now I can pinch it without it folding. Wow, 42 minutes. Usually I can lay the acrylic for both hands. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and get to work. Bigger brush, no, smaller brush. I do like my nails a little thicker than some people because I'm not very easy on my nails. I mean, I have two teenage boys. I clean, I cook, I work on my own vehicle. They got to be kind of sturdy and not brittle or ready to break or can withstand a little bit of punishment. And for all purposes, I rarely break a nail doing some major work, say like on my car or remodeling the house. My luck, I would break a nail putting clothes in the wash machine. Yeah, jamming it right into the side. That's fun. So now we want to do the apex. That's when we add the apexes with the clear. You can do it with the color, but like I said, why spend the money when you can just do it cheaper and clear? The color's there. And see, there's my apex. Nice little apex. Not too big. This is a little short nail. Some of them, like on Christine and Mickey, more Mickey, I can't say her name. The girl from the UK, the YouTuber. She does, they call it the Fapex. Because her client, her best friend is Faye. She likes her nails super, super duper long. So her apex has to be super big, so they call it the Fapex. Look down the side. Add the acrylic that just fell off. So it's even. I'm barely tapping, just patting, smoothing it out. That's all. Not putting any pressure really at all. Alright. That's pretty good. See? Don't know if you can see that. Thin, but thick enough. Ready to go. It's okay if it's a little bulky or uneven in some spots, uncentered. The filing will cover that for you. We'll take care of that unevenness, that crookedness. Like this one is hella crooked. In one spot though, which is weird. It's all crooked over here. Thick, not thick. But when you look down the middle, it's still thin. It's just right here. If you use the middle of your brush, the body of your brush, and give it just a little bit of pressure, sometimes that works itself out. Other times it doesn't. It's okay. That's what filing's for. The less you care about the beginning product, the faster you'll be, because it's always, like they say, trust the process. It's not what you started with, it's what you end with. And as you're looking at it as it's curing, you can go back, and if you need to add more of an apex, do it. Do a little bit at a time. If you don't like the way it looks, add more. If you think it's too bulky, don't add more. File it, see what it looks like after you file it. I always say add more because you can take it off instead of having to repeat what you just did. Put everything away, then have to take it back out again. Might as well just make it bulky. Who cares? It's going to get filed down. Anyway, like I said, trust the process. Remember, if you don't want your acrylic to move very fast, make it dry. If you want a thin, like, layer to cover everything, say you have 3D artwork or whatever on there, you want to make it evenly coat everything, do it nice and runny. Not too runny, just runny enough. Make sure that all thickness is about the same. Yep. All right, time for filing. First, I'm going to dump this old stuff out into my trash can with the lid. See how it has residue in the bottom? Glitter. Wipe it out. Oh. And then I add a little bit more monomer. Just to clean my brushes. So I don't put them away crusty dusty. And then a little bit in this while I do my filing. Oops, if they want to stay inside. There we go. I mean, I'm up against something. Oh no, my super glue just dried to my table. Oh well, deal with it later. Okay. This one can't do yet because it's still wet from carrying. That one's almost there. Hear that? He's ready. He's ready. He's ready. Just that one's not. Definitely not. So, metal file with sticky file and buffer on it. My favorite. I'm gonna pull my skin back away from my nails and just get the edges real quick. Sorry, my dog is in the background sneezing. Rolling around on my bed, like it's the thing to do. This is gonna take a minute because I gotta stay in frame. Okay, again, we push back the nail. It's easier if you have something to do it with. To get all that product, if it is on your finger, this is like my biggest pet peeve when I go to the nail salon. There's a little excess that hangs over or goes under your nail. So annoying. If you're using a new file, make sure you season it. Rub it against an older file to get rid of the. If you don't, you can cut yourself with a nice little tip, or you can cut your clients if you're starting out. And here comes Mr. Baby Baby. Wants to be fucking center of attention. What do you want, puppy? What do you want, puppy? What, baby? Wanna go side? Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Go side. Here comes Roscoe. Let him outside, please. Okay, I'm back. Still not there. That one is, though. Okay, since he's not really ready yet, I don't want to file at it. This one is a finer grit file. Go around my cuticles. Might as well just get all the filing before you pick up the drill out of the way. I go straight up and down, make sure there's no lumps and bumps. Get it nice and even. Best way to make it nice and smooth and even. All the way down. Without damaging your cuticles. Make sure you get the size because that's where the bulkiness comes from. I'll show you in a minute. You see how it's going to be bulky right here and not right here? I'm going to get that with my drill. It's hard to get when you're doing your own nails. I'm trying to use a hand file. Then you're throwing up gang signs and stuff, you know, trying to file your own fingers. I'm gonna smooth out your cuticles with that. I'm gonna use my what? Hang on a second. May I have a piece of cheese? Thank you. You're welcome. Love you. Love you too. That was my oldest. He's 15. Sounds like a grown ass man. Whew. Here we go again with the pinky. We file down the nail like this in either direction. That helps to get it like that tapered look where it's skinny in the front. It looks nice and like, I don't know how you say it, uniform, or you just, oh, there we go. Now it wants to be cured. Damn thing. Pull the skin out of the way. Get the edges. Again, pull the skin out of the way. Get the edges. And then we'll use the 180 or 150. I like this one because it has a buffer on the other side. It has like a coarser buffer, not like a fine buffer. Get whatever extra acrylic is underneath. That's my other biggest pet peeve. I hate that. It's from your brush and whatnot. When you're trying to make them nice and clean, it just goes underneath. Alright, time to get the e-file out. And I'm going to use my mini mandrel bit, my bigger mandrel bit, and that guy. Don't know what it's called, just that guy. And then I need my 240 sanding gun. Okay. After you do one hand, don't throw these away, but they're not really reusable after one hand until you flip them over. Good tip. Alright. This one, my favorite bit, because it's nice and long when you do long nails. He's awesome. Okay, Okay, I'm working at about 2,000 RPMs with my foot pedal. Again, in reverse. If you're left-handed, if you're right-handed, you put it in forward. And you're just going to gently smooth out your cuticles. Make them flush, very pretty, like they belong there. Or like the artificial nail belongs there with it. Pull your skin back so you don't get your skin. And then I look down my barrel and I do this and I bring it towards me. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Hard angle. Because this will even it out, smooth it out, give it that tapered look. And then I'm going to get this edge right here because these are a little bulky. So I just got to file it. Same with this one. I do this. Usually I turn it up for that to about 5 because you're just really not, your skin is not involved. You're just trying to even, make it even. However you're comfortable, whatever speed you're comfortable. But I did find out that the faster the speed, the less heat, and the quicker you get done. I used to work really slow because I was scared and I didn't trust myself or the drill bit. But now, I'm still kind of terrified, not terrified, just scared to hurt somebody else. So I'm still a little slow, but I just got to learn to trust myself. That's a hard thing to do. All right. And same thing, all of them. Here we go. One more trick. Say you have the perfect structure for your nails, right? But you look down the center and it's too thick. Take your bit, go at an angle, and angle it, and little by little, and it will thin out the tip to make it look nice and thin all the way down the barrel. Just a little trick. If you don't know that already. If you do, that's an awesome trick to know. Oh, my dog is causing a ruckus in the living room with my kids. I do have a nail dust collector, but I'm just trying to hurry up and get this done. I didn't bring it out like a dummy. But I do have one. I'll bring it out right now. Take 2 seconds. You really don't want to be doing any filing without this. It's bad to breathe in. Have a mask or this. Works better. Works wonders. Mine is the Eye Gel Beauty, and I have the Eye Gel Beauty lamp also. I like it because it's 3 different settings. Whew. That goes blowing dust all over me from what I just filed off of him. Move my camera up a little bit. Like right in the middle of everything. This thing is huge. There we go. Oh shit. There. Oh yeah, it's a little better. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do have extended hypernychiums on most of my fingers from wearing long nails. It happens when you wear long nails. Don't ask me why, it just does. I've been wearing long nails for a good 3, almost 4 years. 5 years straight now, so they're a little extra long. Doesn't bother me none, except if I go to a salon and they don't know me, but that's why I do it myself, because yeah, that shit hurts if they cut it or not know it's there. Yes, I did get my skin a little bit with this one on my pinky because my pinky is super weak. Doesn't like to hold himself. But I barely was putting any pressure, so I really didn't hurt myself at all. Much didn't tell I didn't make this up. Alright. My nail painter's cool. Hey, it's not that loud, that's on low. Medium. Pretty. My favorite tip, my favorite nail tip is this thing. Get your tips nice and straight. Get your sides nice and tapered. I'm using a 150 standing plate or standing sticker. No one knows what you call them. But Zule has them. I got mine, Zule nails. I got mine one off of Amazon, and I got another one off of Shein. But my refills I get on Shein because they're just standing bands. They're not anything special. It's not like you need to replace a bit every so often. You literally replace it after every client. So I can spend the few extra pennies or dollars on something else by getting this machine. You know what I mean? I think you get 50 or 100 of them for $2 or $3. Oh my god, it's not bad. Downfall, they only have 2 grits. I think it's 240 and 150 or 180 on Shein. Amazon, they probably have more. This will keep your shape on point. You want them like tapered, you want them squared, you want them coffin, you want them ballerina, you want them stiletto. This guy right here, you want that lipstick shape. This thing is on this thing. Let's turn it up sometimes. Probably hella out of frame. If it does that, you probably just need to turn it up. While you're pressing too hard on it. Yeah, babe. Thank you. And that was my baby, my 13-year-old. If you've heard him, he's got the deepest voice out of the both of them. What, you being mean to them, Roscoe? You being mean to them? Hey, Boogie. Come here. Come here. Come here, Roscoe. Out of frame again. Let's remember that. Boy, who are you growling at? My dog is watching TV and growling at it. He's funny. Ta-da! What do you think? Not that bad. All right. Um, um, oh yeah. Away. Now I'm gonna clean up all this dust stuff so we're not getting dust in our polish, which is all over me. Alright. Clean them up and see what they look like. Yeah, babe. Make sure you get all that dust out of there. Every single nook and cranny, because if you don't, you're gonna have lumpy bumpies in your polish. What do you think? Pretty nude color, right? Some glitter in there. Now we're going to use some alcohol inks that I made myself. We're gonna blue and purple, my favorite colors. First, we're going to put a base coat and then a matte and go from there. I'm using the iGel Beauty's Pro Gel Base along with the iGel Beauty's Matte Top Coat. And I really don't have to buff them because they're actually, usually you want to buff your nails, but when I take the file and go down like this way, like this, it pretty much smooths them out to my liking. Not too much. I'm also using the iGel Beauty rechargeable lamp. I love iGel Beauty, but it's because I lucked out on getting the mystery boxes. My boyfriend bought me one, and I bought one on I think it was the small mystery box I bought. Yeah, the small mystery box. I got the UV lamp, the rechargeable UV lamp. I was like, holy crap. This guy right here. Have him charged in, plugged in, right here. He's already dirty, but I like him. He works. And then on my medium mystery box, I got the nail dust collector. I got the 24-piece liner gels from iGel Beauty. Got a couple colors, couple acrylics, but the big things were the UV and the LED lamp. I was stoked. Because when you make press-ons like I do bake press-ons also on top of things. You go through UV lamps like there's no tomorrow. Because you want to make sure that things are cured. You want to make sure it's the right height so it can cure right. It's just, I've gone through, last year I went through, babe, do you remember how many UV lamps? Like 3 last year? Because they only last for after so many hours. And when you're practicing and also making press-ons, and those hours add up. I think it's every 4 months you need to replace your lamps, depending on how much you use them. If you're only using them once every month for your own personal nails, then you know what? You're lucky. That thing was going to last you forever. Okay, I just do my 4 fingers. I do my thumb last because it kind of sits sideways. And the Pro Base Gel, you want to cure for 30 seconds under LED. So I got 30 seconds going. All right. And then we're going to wipe. I know it's a base gel, it has a tacky layer, but trust me, if you're using matte, you want to wipe off the tacky layer. Because if you don't, it's going to make your matte do funny, ridiculous things. Like not cure right, like wrinkle. It's just not, it's not pretty. Not pretty at all. I have lint in my corner. I cure lint in my nail. You see what I mean? Let's take my buffer and redo that part. Okay. Let's put some more. Alright. Get my matte top coat. We want to use matte because we're using alcohol inks. Alcohol inks work best on matte. I tried shiny, it no worky so well. So matte. I've seen multiple people do it over matte because I was like, what am I doing wrong? Why is it not working? Figured it out. Because I'm using shiny top coat. Again, with my little sticks that were soaking in alcohol. Because I do shake when it comes to polish. I don't know why. I shake when I'm doing the acrylic, but not as bad as when I'm doing polish. Sucks. Right there. I don't remember if I put freaking matte on this one right. I don't know. I lost track of my fingers. Okay, let's cure this finger over for another 30 seconds. What is everybody up to tonight or this weekend? Any plans? Okay, again, this one was the one I messed up on, so I put some more base gel. Now I'm putting matte, and then I'm going to cure them for another 30, 40 seconds. Sorry, I'm out of frame. I know. I'm trying to get it off my skin before I cure it. What you want to do is get yourself a little container damping dish with alcohol in it, 99% or 91 or 70, whatever you have works. Isopropyl alcohol, not drinking alcohol. A few brushes you don't mind getting ruined putting them in alcohol. And then I have this platinum gold silver liner gel that I'm gonna put on. Shake up my inks. So I have 3 different color purples and 3 different color blues. Be very careful. You tip them over, you're screwed. I did that multiple times. And they built everywhere, and it's not a nice thing to clean up. So I go from the light purple to a dark purple, and then like the lightest blue I have to the darkest blue. I bought these little bottles on Amazon. No nail polish bottles. Made my own alcohol inks with alcohol and Sharpie, actual Sharpies. Don't use that fake Sharpie crap. They don't work so well. You'll have watered down colors. Has to be like the real Sharpie. I have a light blue, a baby blue, and a dark blue one. See, like that, I almost spilled it and knocked it over. Good thing I didn't open it yet. Alright. So, let's see what we can come up with. Well, let's bring you back down so you're closer again. There we go. Okay. Let's start with some purple. The darkest purple, you actually make it with black. Just FYI. Works awesome. Don't get it on your skin like I just did, because this shit stains like a motherfucker. Hard to get off. That's why I said get you a brush that you don't care. And then quickly wipe it off. If you don't, you're never getting it off. Alright, let's go to the blue. We'll start with the darkest. Oh shit. These little bottles I hate because they're so small. They don't stay up very well. Let's start with the darkest and move it around. Don't know any rhyme or reason why. Just do what you want. And it almost fell over again. If I was going to say, if I would refer somebody to do this, make their own alcohol inks, holy crap. I would say, get bigger bottles, regular size bottles. Don't use these little shitty petite things, because every little movement, you don't place it right, you don't set it down right, that shit's gonna fall over. And it's the most annoying thing in the world. Okay, and then you'll take your brush, whichever one, doesn't matter what it is, with alcohol, wipe some of it off. Get it off your finger first of all. You just take it and then you dab it. You dab it, get the colors to move around whichever direction you want. Take it off, add more. Make it as dark, as light as you want. I actually like that one. I don't want them too dark, but I also don't want them to cover the dang nail. You know what I mean? Not the color we just did. I think I'm going to do a light color, I think, maybe. Nope, don't like it. Don't like it at all. That's when you can add more or take it away. If you don't like it at all, you can take it all away. Where's my purple? Purple. Right here. What do you think? Yes or no? It's gonna be shiny, but I don't know if I like it or not. I'm gonna add some more blue to one of them. I think it's that dark purple I'm not liking. That one needs some more purple. Right there. Even though it's dried up, you can make the purples and the blues darker, lighter, more or less. You can just get a, even just an alcohol wipe, I mean a lint-free wipe. Let's take off that excess alcohol. What do y'all think? I have no idea. They really don't. But like they say, trust the process, right? Because I'm gonna add bling, and I might like it then. We'll just do a little um, messy uppy little 2-year-old kind of splurgy wordy thing. I guess I don't know. Get it all. I like that actually. The less you try, sometimes the better it comes out. Just close your eyes and dab. Literally. All right. I think that's good. Those 3 fingers. Gotta get all this stuff off my finger. And then you literally have to let them air dry. Do not try to top coat them, because you will fuck it up. See, it's messy. It's super duper messy. But trust the process. If it doesn't, I can always just take it off tomorrow. One good thing about doing your own nails, if you don't like it, you did it. And secondly, if you don't like it, you can redo it. And not have to worry about paying anybody or hurting anybody's feelings because you did it your damn self. Alright, let's get this one done. I like that one better than I do the rest of them. Let's see. Just do that. Let's fix them real quick. Get some of that off. Let's fix it. Alright, let's try that again. We did this one. Then we did this one. Trying to make them look the same, but not. I like the way that one came out. And that one. And then the dark blue. I think the dark blue might be the one overpowering it, but maybe not. Okay, some alcohol. And you can scrub it. You can just tap it, move it away, move it where you want it. Kind of make it look like a tie-dye thing. There we go. That's actually looking a little bitter. This one is not wanting to cooperate at all. You're not wanting to cooperate. What do you guys think? Yes, no? I don't think I like it at all. Not one bit. So it's gonna come off because I'm not feeling it at all. Maybe just one color. Let's try acetone. There we go. Not this shit press button. I'm just trying to buff some of that pink color or whatever you want to call it out. Not really damaging, but the matte top coat. Alright. Let's this one's too dark. This one's too dark. Alright, let's try these ones. We'll just go like that. Just right there. Too light. Very light. I don't like it. Yeah, that's cool. Nope, don't like it. So we're just gonna go. Not this. Not the marble inks, because I'm not liking it at all. We're going to go with probably a cat's eye polish, maybe, or pearl. Probably pearl, because I want to see the color through it. Alright. Here we go. This pearl would be good. Because it's going to cover, I think, the alcohol ink color. If it doesn't, oh well, the stones will cover it. I don't want to be on here for very much longer. And if I don't finish it tonight, then you know what? We'll come back and we'll finish it tomorrow. Probably what I'll do. Because I am not liking it at all. And I'll figure out what I got to do. So, yep. Nope. I'm going to take it off. And we'll finish it tomorrow. Get all this staining off. Part two, tomorrow. We'll figure out what color and what design we're going to do on these nails. And I'll show you a preview of what's to come in the stone department. Let me show you. We're gonna have fun with these tomorrow. We have all these, and then my opal ones. I was thinking about doing opal blue with the white. My medium size, big, not flatbacks. Then I have my flatbacks, all of my flatbacks, along with these are all my mixed colors, my mixed stones that I'm going to be using. These ones, but these are the pointed backs. Both these. And probably the blue or the sapphire. Don't know yet. That's what we're working with tomorrow. So, you guys want to come back for tomorrow for part 2? Promise. Tomorrow we will do part 2, and we'll figure these bad boys out. If I want to do them just clear with my stones or put a design on them or something, because then we still have to do the 10. That's so ugly. All right, everybody. Love y'all. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Part 2 tomorrow, probably about 6 p.m. Good night, everybody. Have a good and wonderful, safe night. See you tomorrow.